Hey, welcome to the channel. The Statue of Liberty is a well-known symbol of freedom and democracy, representing both the United States as a whole and the city of New York in particular. It has become one of the most recognizable monuments in the world and a must-see destination for tourists from all corners of the globe. So just how did this iconic landmark come to be? Let's take a closer look at the fascinating history behind the Statue of Liberty. Our story begins in France during the 1860s, when a group of French intellectuals came up with the idea of creating a monument to commemorate the upcoming centennial of American independence. But they wanted to do something special, something that would symbolize the enduring friendship between France and the United States and serve as a beacon of hope for people around the world who were still fighting for their own freedom. They decided that the perfect way to do this would be to create a massive statue that would stand as a gift to the American people. But who should they turn to for such an ambitious project? Enter Édouard de la Boulaye, a prominent French historian and one of the founding members of the Abolitionist Society. When the group was formed, Boulaye had already made a name for himself as a leading authority on the American Revolution and had written extensively about the ideals of liberty and democracy. But he had also been deeply affected by the horrors of slavery and had dedicated much of his career to the fight for human rights. As a result, he was uniquely positioned to lead the effort to create a statue that would come to embody these ideals. Working closely with other intellectuals such as the writer Victor Hugo Laboulaye, reached out to potential donors and began raising funds for the project. But there was still one more piece to the puzzle: the actual design of the statue itself. Luckily, Laboulaye knew just the person for the job: his friend and fellow abolitionist Frederick Auguste Bartholdi. Bartholdi was already an accomplished sculptor, having created numerous public works throughout France. But the scale and ambition of the Statue of Liberty project were unlike anything he had ever undertaken before. Still, he was up for the challenge and began sketching out his ideas. Bartholdi envisioned a colossal female figure, the embodiment of Libertas, the Roman goddess of liberty, holding aloft a torch and a tablet bearing the date of the American Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776. The statue would stand as a beacon of hope and freedom, welcoming immigrants and visitors alike as they entered the harbor. With the design concept in hand, Bartholdi turned to Gustave Eiffel, the same engineer who would later design the iconic Eiffel Tower for the 1889 World's Fair in Paris. Eiffel was tasked with creating an internal iron framework to support the statue's copper skin, which would allow it to withstand the elements and any potential movement. With the team assembled, construction of the Statue of Liberty could finally begin. Work on the statue commenced in France in 1875, and it took nearly a decade to complete. During this time, the statue was built in sections, each one painstakingly crafted and put together like pieces of a giant jigsaw puzzle. Once finished, the statue stood an impressive 305 feet tall, making it one of the tallest structures in the world. But how exactly would such a massive work of art be transported across the Atlantic Ocean to its final destination in New York Harbor? To solve this problem, Bartholdi and his team developed a clever solution. The statue was disassembled into several parts, which were then packed into over 200 crates and shipped to the United States. On June 17, 1885, the first of these crates arrived aboard the French ship, where thousands of people had gathered to welcome the arrival of this long-awaited gift. As the crates were unloaded, a sense of excitement and anticipation filled the air. Everyone present knew that they were witnessing a once-in-a-lifetime event, the beginning of a new era in American history. With the statue's arrival, the next step was to find a suitable location to display it. After some discussion, it was decided that Bedloe's Island in New York Harbor would be the perfect spot. Here the statue would have a clear view of the city and would be accessible to visitors from around the world. As the reassembly process got underway, the city of New York began work on constructing a pedestal to support the statue. But while France had generously donated the statue itself, the United States was responsible for funding the cost of construction and maintenance. Unfortunately, fundraising efforts did not go as smoothly as planned. Despite the best efforts of organizers, money was slow to come in, and it seemed as though the statue might never be completed. Undeterred, Joseph Pulitzer, the publisher of the New York World newspaper, stepped in to help. He launched a campaign to raise funds for the statue's completion, and urged his readers to donate whatever they could spare. And to his surprise, the response was overwhelming. Ordinary citizens from all walks of life dug deep into their pockets and donated their hard-earned money to the cause. Within weeks, Pulitzer had raised enough money to complete the statue, and construction was able to be finished. On October 28, 1886, the Statue of Liberty was officially dedicated in a ceremony attended by tens of thousands of people, including U.S. President Grover Cleveland. The event was filled with parades, speeches, and fireworks, marking the beginning of a new chapter in American history. The statue, a symbol of freedom and democracy, now stood proudly in New York Harbor, welcoming immigrants and visitors alike. Over the years, the Statue of Liberty has become one of the most powerful symbols of American identity. For immigrants arriving through Ellis Island in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, it was often the first glimpse of America and a sign of new beginnings. Today, the statue continues to inspire awe and wonder in all who behold it, a testament to the power of human imagination and the enduring values of freedom and democracy. In 1924, the Statue of Liberty was declared a national monument, ensuring its protection for generations to come. Since then, it has undergone several major restorations, most notably for its centennial in 1986. During this extensive renovation, the statue was stripped of its protective coating and treated to prevent further corrosion. The interior electrical system was also upgraded to improve lighting and accessibility for visitors. Today, the Statue of Liberty remains one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, with over 3 million visitors each year. In addition to its cultural significance, the statue also holds practical importance as a navigational aid for ships entering New York Harbor. Its location at the entrance to the harbor makes it easily visible from the water, and it's instantly recognizable. Despite its age, the Statue of Liberty continues to be an important symbol of hope and freedom for people around the world. Whether you are visiting New York City or simply admiring it from afar, the Statue of Liberty is sure to continue inspiring wonder and admiration for generations to come. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed learning about the fascinating history of the Statue of Liberty. If you want to learn more about other famous landmarks around the world, stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.